Okay, so as I was preparing for this, I found a quote by A.W. Tozer, who was a Christian author who was alive a while back, and he said that faith is not a conclusion you reach, it's a journey you live. And I just really liked that, and I thought that it really connected well to what we're talking about today. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of give an overview of my life so far and how my faith has played into it. So really, my faith all started with my parents, and I'm very blessed to have them. They're actually both first generation believers, and they're both raised in Catholic households, very strict. But in their teenage years, they both came to Christ and met each other, and it was a really hard time for them because they were going against the beliefs of both their families, and it was a tough time, but it brought them closer together. So eventually they found a small church that consisted of about 15 people, and they actually only met in a gym rented from a school, but it was the first time they were around other believers, and it was paramount to their faith. So a few years after that, they got married, and then a few years after that, they had me as their firstborn. And I've been very blessed that both of them have been very open to talking about what they believe and sharing the Bible, reading it to me. So I knew about spiritual things from a pretty young age. When I was 5 years old, the church that we had been going to unfortunately split because it had some issues. So we moved to a church right down the road called Plymouth Bible Chapel, and we're still involved there today. And it was after going there, and I attended Sunday school for a few weeks, and when I was 5 years old, I remember one week that in Sunday school I learned about prayer, and I came home that day and really just thought about what my parents had taught me and what I'd learned in Sunday school. And that day I asked Jesus into my heart and accepted him as my Savior. And then back then I really didn't know much other than that, but I was blessed to continue to learn about the Bible and things through my church and through my youth group as well. So I went pretty well in my faith for a while, and then came my teenage years, which I think it's common for most teenagers to kind of rebel a little and kind of turn away from God a little bit, and that was kind of my case. So I kind of just walked through my life, and I didn't really acknowledge God as the most important thing. But when I started high school, I really started to think about that, and I was really blessed to go to a Bible camp up north in the summer of 2017. And during that week, it was the first time that I was away from my family and my regular life for a week, and God really just allowed me that week to think about my life and showed me that I was really living for myself and not for him. And ever since then, it's been better, and I've been living with him as the most important thing in my life. So my personal faith journey, it's had a lot of ups and downs and good days, bad days, but probably most important two things I've learned is that no matter how many times I sin and fall short, that Jesus has covered it all by his grace, and also just that my relationship with him is something that's constant and I have every day, every moment of my life, really. And yeah, I just hope that my future I continue to follow the Lord and live for him.